हेलो फ्रेंड्स, कैसे हो आप लोग। माई सेल्फ चेतन गर्ग, आई एम मास्टर टीचर here at Vedantu. I welcome you all to our RMO flashback series. In today's lecture, we will be discussing question number 3 and question number 4 of year 1994. Right. Uh, One question is from number theory, and the other one can be solved from various methods. We will be using complex numbers to solve that question. Right. So before starting our session, let me just give you one information that currently here at Vedantu we are running pre-RMO, RMO and INMO batches, right? Those who have not appeared for pre-RMO or have not cleared pre-RMO yet, they can simply visit our website olympia.vedantu.com. Here we have provided each and every information regarding pre-RMO batches, right? And those who have already cleared either pre-RMO or RMO or even NTSC, they can simply mail me their name, their class, contact number, address, and proof that you have cleared already one of these exams on this email ID chetan.garg@vedantu.com. Those who have cleared pre-RMO, we will simply enroll you to RMO batches, and those who have cleared RMO, we will simply enroll you to INMO batches, right? All these batches are completely free of cost. You do not need to pay even a single rupee to enroll in these batches, because the ultimate aim is to bring gold for India, right? So let's start our session. This is question number 3rd of year 1994. This is basically a question of number theory. The question says that we need to find all 6-digit natural numbers A1, A2, A3, A4, A5 and A6 formed by using the digits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 once. That is, we can use these digits only once, such that this number A1, A2 up to AK is divisible by K. That is, first digit should be divisible by 1. That is always true. The first 2-digit number should be divisible by 2. That is A1, A2. जो भी number बनेगा that should be divisible by 2. Right? Similarly, A1, A2, A3 that should be divisible by 3. Similarly, A1, A2, A3, A4 that should be divisible by 4. If we add A5, then that should be divisible by 5, and this should be divisible by 6. Right? So all right, since this number, okay, let's try to find out these numbers, how many of these numbers will be possible, right? This is first, second, third, fourth and fifth. Okay, so clearly this number A1 up to A5 that should be divisible by 5, and that is only possible if 5 is present here, right? So 5 should be present here, right? And obviously this should be even. Here it should be even, right? Here it should be even number, even digit. Here it should be even digit, sorry. Here it should be odd, here it will be even, and here it will be even, right? All right, here it will be odd. Why? Because the first 2 digits should be divisible by 2, first 4 digits should be divisible by 4, and first 6 digits should be divisible by 6. All right, now we are left with only 2 odd numbers, 1 and 3. 5 we have already placed here, right? So 1 and 3 obviously will be placed here, either 1 3 or 3 1. In any case, this 3-digit number should be divisible by 3, and we know the divisibility rule of 3 is sum of the digits should be divisible by 3. So these 2 digits will add up to 4, 1 plus 3 or 3 plus 1, right? 4 plus 1 even number from 2, 4 and 6, that should be divisible by 3, and that obviously be filled up with 2, because 4 plus 4 is 8 and 4 plus 6 is 10. So this place is fixed. Here it should be 2. All right, and now at this place either there will be 1 or 3, right? We don't know now what digit should be placed there, but yes, let's consider the divisibility rule of 4, right? That is, these 4 numbers should be divisible by 4, and the divisibility rule of 4 says last 2 digits should be divisible by 4, right? So even if we place 1 or 6, 1 or 3, okay, we are left with only 2 possible digits, 4 and 6, that has to be placed there, right? So if we place 4, then 14 or even 34, both of these will not be divisible by 4. So only one option is left, 16 or 36, right? Both of these will be divisible by 4. So at this place there should be 6. So the remaining even digit that should be there, right? Now 1 and 3 we can circulate with anything, है ना? So the possible numbers are 1 2 3 6 5 4. This is one possible such number, and the other number will be 3 2 1 6 5 4. right? So these are the two possible numbers. In the question it was asked that find all 6-digit natural numbers. The answer will be only 2, and these are those two numbers, right? मैं एक बार फिर से ब्रीफ अप कर देता हूँ. फर्स्ट हमने ये डिकोड किया कि इन द फिफ्थ डिजिट देयर शुड बी 5, राइट, बिकॉज that's the only possibilities when the 5-digit number will be divisible by 5. And clearly at second, fourth and sixth place there should be an even number, and at first, third and fifth place there is an odd number. At fifth place we have already placed 5. Now then after that we have decoded this number too, right, because 1 and 3 will be there and its sum is 4, and since the first 3 digits should be divisible by 3, right, the number formed by the first 3 digits, and it is only possible if we place 2 here, because some of these 2 digits will be 4 and 4 plus 2 will be 6, right? So then we have decoded 2, then we have decoded that here should be 6 by considering the divisibility rule for 4. After that we have decoded 4 should be there because that's the only even digit left, right? Now here it should be 1 or 3, and or it can be 3 or 1, right? So these are the two possible numbers, and as you can see this question was very easy, and in fact an 8th standard student can easily answer this question. All you need to know is the divisibility rules of 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and that's very easy. And in fact, okay, we haven't checked whether the 6-digit number is divisible by 6 or not. Clearly the sum of all these 6 digits is divisible by 3, and at the last digit we have placed an even number, so this number must be divisible by both 2 and 3, and hence it will be divisible by 6, right? Okay, now let's move to the next question. Okay, this was a good question from year 1994. एक बार देखने से लगता है कि क्वेश्चन आसान है, बट इतना आसान नहीं था ये क्वेश्चन, राइट? इस क्वेश्चन को हम थोड़ा सा कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर से देखना चाहेंगे, बिकॉज एक्स स्क्वायर प्लस वाई स्क्वायर इट वॉज मैंशनड हियर, राइट? So let's assume z is a complex number which we can write as x plus iota y, right? Now if we let's name this equation as equation 1, and let's name this equation as equation 2. Now if you add first equation plus iota times second equation, what you will get? You will get 5 times x plus iota y, that is z, right, plus 5 times x plus x minus iota y, all right, upon x square plus y square. And what is x square plus y square? It is nothing but x plus iota y into x minus iota y, right? And that will be equal to nothing but 12 plus 4 iota. As you can see, this will be cancelled out, and we are left with 5z plus 5 upon z, and that will be nothing but 12 plus 4 iota. Right, let's make a quadratic. 5z square minus 12 plus 4 iota times z plus 5, that is equal to 0, right? All right, so this is the quadratic, and let's solve this quadratic. We can use quadratic formula. So z will be equals to, that will be equal to minus b, that will be 12 plus 4 iota, plus minus under root of b square, that will be 12 plus 4 iota square minus 4 AC, है ना? So that will be minus 100 upon 2a, right? Minus b plus minus 100 of b square minus 4 AC upon 2a, right? 2a will be 10, right? So if you solve this thing, if we calculate 12 plus 4 iota square minus 100, what we will get? Let's consider the discriminant. It is 144 minus 16, right, plus 48 iota minus 100. This is the discriminant, and that will be equals to nothing but 44 minus 16, that is 28, plus 48. 48 can be written as 2 into what is this, 6 into 4, or you can say, all right, let's keep it as, just a second, 48 minus 36, right? Okay, here it should be 96, right? It will be 96 iota. So we can write it as 2 into 8 into 6 iota, right? 28 can be written as 64 minus 36, and 36 is nothing but 6 iota square minus 36 is, right? So this is 2 plus 8 into 6 iota. Now what will this become? This will become 8 plus 6 iota whole square, right? So we can find the value of z as that will be 12 plus 4 iota plus minus 8 plus 6 iota, right, whole upon 10, right? So by considering by taking the plus sign, we will get z as 12 plus 8 20, 20 upon 10 2, plus 4 plus 6 10, 10 upon 10 1, that is 2 plus iota, right? And by considering the minus sign, what we will get? We will get 12 minus 8 4, 4 upon 10, that is 2 by 5, and 4 minus 6 minus 2 upon 5 minus 1 by 5 iota, right? And these are clearly x plus iota y. So the pairs of values of x and y are, final answer will be what? Let's write it with a different color. Let's write it with blue color, the final answer. That will be 2 comma 1. One possible value of x is 2 and that of y is 1, and the other value can be 2 by 5 comma minus 1 by 5, right? So these are the two possible pairs of the values of x and y that will satisfy this equation, right? So as you can say, the question was easy, but yes, that require a thought that complex number can be used, right? Other possible thoughts that may come to your mind, that can be trigonometry. We can use r cos theta, r sin theta, or maybe you can do this by vector form also, right? So that's it from today's session, right? Today we have discussed question number 3 and question number 4 of year 1994. In the next session, we will be discussing next two questions of year 1994. That is question number 5 and 6. And again, before ending the session, let me just give you one more information that I have already given at the start of the session also, that those who have cleared pre-RMO or RMO or even NTSC, they can simply mail me their name, class, contact number, address and proof of the clearance of the exam on this email ID, chetan.garg@vedantu.com. We will simply enroll you to the respective batches, and all these batches are totally free of cost, right? You do not need to pay even a single rupee to enroll in these batches. So that's it from today's session. We will see you in the next session. Bye bye.